Hello one, hello all, EarlyPider here and welcome to Derail Valley. Now, I've been wanting to play this game for a long time and I finally got hold of it yesterday. I played a few hours, so this is not going to be like a tutorial or a full playthrough. I'm basically just going to do jobs and record doing them. So yeah, welcome to the game. Now, if you don't know what Derail Valley is, it's well, it's a rail sim, to put it simple, but it's a rail sim with a twist. For a start, you have to get your jobs on sheets of paper. You are in a lot of debt, and you have to buy licenses to drive better trains. So, I'm only licensed at the moment to do freight haul and shunting. Now, I'm not going to do shunting because I need more power for a lot of these. For example, that's a 401 ton. That one is 228 ton. That one's 175, but it's not very good money for what it is. So, I generally go for freight haul. Now that's 308 tons, but I don't have the required license. I need hazmat 1 and long 1 for that. So you got all these. You got train length and hazmat. So that's going to be 50,000 just for those. So if it were 10,000 each, I'd have got both licenses. And then that one needs hazmat 2. That one's 22, but that needs hazmat 2 and long 2. That's only 6,000. Oh, they're empty containers, so but I need long 1 to do that. Now at the moment I'm trying to make money so that I can double up on engines. See, that one I can do. That one's a long 1. You get a lot of jobs here. Hazmat 2. Oh, that's a logistic. Right, so this is pretty much the only one I can do. It's 6,600. So we're going to go find this job. So empty containers, we are looking at we're going to look at where is my, there it is. Right, so we want, don't want military. Where are we? We need the harbour. Okay, so it's probably going to be the transfer yard and it's going to be on the outbound line. I think the outbound line is around here. Yeah, it is. Right, so now all we need to do is match up the code. If you look here where it says freight haul, you've got this code here. This code is crucial to finding the containers that match the job. That's 87. Just check both ends. So we want 99. That's 64. See, you want to do it this way, not what the mistake most people seem to make is they get the job, put it straight in the validator, and you want to get the time bonus because time bonus will drastically increase your profits, and that is the key to making money. So if you can find your job, 64 That's 74. But you find your job beforehand, hook up to it, and get ready to go. And then you go validate your job, jump straight in your train, and off you go. Or is it, these probably it here? No, that's not it. Where the hell is it? Yeah, so it's HBFH, but that's 04. We're looking for 99. So this is probably going to be a relatively long video. That's 60 foot, yeah. So I don't think it's on these outbound lines. It should be, because it's an outbound. Oh, is it these? No, it's 21. Is this 64 all the way along? Yeah, looks like it. So, yeah, we will find it. The best way is to also look for like the actual logo. Now, it's obviously not here, which means it should be around somewhere. Probably over here somewhere. That's 50. That's 51. There you go, that Sun Omi. Or Sun Omni. Yep, here's our job here. Right, so we found our job. So now we need to figure out what direction we want to go. So we need to go to goods factory in town, which is there, which means we need to come in from this direction here. So we need to go up past the steel mill, we need to go up this way, across here, up here, up here. So we're going to want to leave in that direction. Yes, we need to leave west. So we're going to have to, we may have to spin a train around. Why is my train basics there? Yeah, and then that one is the coal job I've still got. That's another job, that one. There we go. Right. So, let's go get our train. Where is it? If I remember rightly. No, it's not that way. Oh, if I remember rightly, it's over here somewhere. Yeah, there it is. Alright, so which way are you facing? Okay, so you're facing that way, which means we need to turn you around. Actually, no, I don't think we do we? Oh yeah, we do. We need to reorientate it. The problem is, oh, there's a Y there that we can use. Okay, well, we'll use a Y. So flip up the switch, the fuses, turn the igniter, release the brake. Into forward. press this switch. Flip it to reverse. So yeah, starting up the engine, you get shown that in the tutorial. It's relatively simple. Yeah, we'll use this Y to turn the engine round. I think we need to turn it around. See, the problem is there's not an actual map per se. But I'm pretty sure I have to bring it like this down this way where I am now, and there'll be an exit somewhere this way. Wait, that might be the exit over there. But yeah, doing all this before you validate the job will really help, because it gives you a lot more time, especially at the beginning when you've only got this single train. It'll give you a lot more time to get the job done, basically, so you can get your time bonus. It really helps. It really does. Well, I'll bring you back once we've got the train set up. Well, when we're about to set the train up. All right, so we're coming up on the train cars that we need to load. The best thing about this is you can actually fully hook up to the cars before you actually validate the job, which is really handy. And then you just basically got to pay attention to where the station office is compared to where you are. If you really want to maximize the time you have available for the job. As you can see here, I've got 52 minutes to do this job for the time bonus. Now, you don't lose money as long as you're not damaging the goods or anything like that. So that's something to keep in mind. But, you know, you want to meet that time bonus. So, to set up under here, first we grab this hook, and it goes on there, and then we tighten that. Right, and then we grab this hose, connect it to this hose, and then we open these valves. Okay, and that'll allow us to use the brakes on the whole car. So this is now ready to go. So now we just need to find the station office. If I can remember where the hell it is. It'd be nice if there was like a big set up. There it is. Right, so there's the station office. So you've just got to try and orientate yourself, and then you come in here, you take your job, and you grab this, put it in there, and let's go. And then if you want to do a quick check just to make sure you've got the right cars, go like this, and it'll show you the actual serial codes of the train itself. So you've got 221 there, and then you've got 323 there. Right, so this is our job. So now all we need to do is head out. So we're going basically straight out. We are lined up in the correct direction. So let's go. Now, I'm currently working on getting the multi-engine license so that I can run multiple engines, just to make jobs easier. It's like I've got a job sat up at the coal mine that I definitely lost a time bonus on, but that's because I overestimated the how powerful this train was, and I couldn't actually get it out of the station. So yeah, I want the multi-license so I can take a second engine up there, and then I can basically then I can hopefully actually get it moving up the hill. I don't have the power in this little shunter to get the cars up the grade because they're full of coal, and it's a 400-ton job. Random boat. Now, when it comes to like getting lost and stuff, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I mean, it's going to happen. The amount of times I've gone the wrong way, it's just the way the map is, unfortunately. So what we want to do is we want to keep right, because there's going to be a right turn at some point that we need to take. Now, normally I do a lot of cuts and stuff, but I think I'm going to try and do as much of this job without cutting. So it's probably going to be a long video. If you do stick with me through the video, I hope you also like and subscribe, because that will really help the channel. The switch is set, so yeah, we're heading out now. And this should lead us up and away. So let's get a little bit of speed going. Now luckily these are empty containers, so the weight's relatively low, so this job shouldn't be all that difficult. So we've got 40 km/h limit. That basically means 40 limit. It's just been simplified so it's easier to understand, and better, it's easier to see as well. So yeah, so 1 is 10 km/h, 2 is 20, etc, etc. And then there's other signs as well that I will point out as we go. You can tell the grade that's coming up by these signs as well, which is really handy, because it gives you a warning on when to pull back on the power. So here, like plus 2.4, that means that's an upgrade, so it means we're going up at plus 2.4 degrees, or plus 2.4%, whichever one it is. I don't know what thingies they use. Also, another thing you've got to keep an eye on in this particular engine is its engine heats up very quickly. Right, so we need to go right. Yeah, we're set to the right, that's good. So this here, that means flat grade. So we can come off the power. Yeah, the signs are important, but they're very easy to understand. You know, they've been simplified quite a lot so that it's relatively easy. So there you go. We're going up a grade, and the limit is increasing, but it will decrease soon because under the 7 there was a down arrow, which means that the speed will decrease from that. So you just got to keep an eye out for the signs. You can see the signs pretty far off, which is nice. But yeah, we'll get this job done as quickly as we can. Right, so yeah, we'll be turning left at the next intersection, and then we'll go up and past the farm and then the steel mill to get to the goods factory in town. And then it'll tell you what track to drop them off, and you can see here. So we want the goods factory in town. Food factory in town, sorry. So let's find that one. Goods factory. Food factory. Oh, wait, it'll just be food factory and town. So food factory. So you got transfer yard. It'll be the transfer yard more than likely. Still got a good amount of so we've got 40 kbs now, so yeah, so it's probably going to be the transfer yard, and it's the C41 track. So there, it's right there, 41. It is this one here. That's easy enough. And then all we've basically got to do is you go to the overview, so basically it's straight because we're coming in from the southwest here, so we go straight, and then there's our yard in front of us. It takes a little bit to get used to the mapping in the game. I mean, this one's relatively simple to understand, but this one, the factory, the station overviews, can be a little bit complicated. Whenever you can, pour on the speed. Now, as I said, the engine does like to overheat, but it will toll a little bell if it gets too hot. And the best way to cool it down is to just let off on the throttle and coast. Not such a good idea when you're going uphill though. For some reason, it doesn't seem to like me playing in lower graphics. I don't know why. It just feels smoother when I put the graphics up. And so as you can see there, we're limited to 40, but we're only going 40 anyway, so we just got to keep an eye on that speed. The speed limits are guidelines. I don't think you get fined for breaking the speed limit, but you are at risk of derailing if you're going too fast, because that's what they're there for, to stop you derailing basically. Right, we got an intersection coming up. I'm going to have to take the right switch. It is set, so we don't have to worry about that. You can tell by the way the top bit's orientated and the bar at the bottom there. So we're still limited to 40, but that's fine. I try my best to keep it the limit. See there, look. The engine started getting, is now too hot. And if you run it too hot for too long, you'll cause damage to the train. So if push comes to shove, stop and let the engine cool down. It doesn't take all that long. Try and get a flat area, like up here on this bridge. This would be perfect. Oh, I think we're actually going the wrong... Yeah, we are. We're going the wrong way. See, I told you, it's very easy to get lost. So yeah, we were meant to go left at that intersection, not right. It's because I've been looking at the station overviews, I weren't paying attention. Take a shove and go backwards. We don't need to worry too much about accelerating because the hill will do that for us. Now you've got two types of brakes. You've got the train brake and the independent brake. The train brake brakes all the cars, but you need to keep in mind that if the brake pipe loses pressure, you won't be able to move until it refills. So to refill when you release it, and then the independent brake is kind of like a handbrake, and it's just useful for stopping at certain points. I'm just using it to keep my speed low, because if I start gaining too much speed, the more speed you gain, the harder it is to stop. So we need to get back there, and then we need to switch the switch and head through the tunnel, because I was not paying attention. So yeah, it's just one thing to keep in mind. Now, you don't have to stay with the train, you can just jump ahead like this. If you look at the anywhere and press F, you'll teleport there. So that's one way to get around. You can also do that to jump forward and switches if you wish. You can also use the radio. I generally use the radio. What we want is to see the switch. There it is. Full forward. If this light here lights up, then your wheels are slipping because you're using too much power. So either drop down the throttle or hit the sander if you need the throttle to actually get up whatever grade you're trying to climb. Because it's generally when if you try and accelerate too fast, your wheel slip, especially if you've got a heavy load. And also when you're trying to climb a grade and you're just using too much power. But we'll get there. I mean, like I said, making mistakes, it's just part of this game. Like most games, it's a learning experience. I mean, like I said, I've done what, 4.5 hours gameplay so far now, and I'm still making mistakes. But hey, that's me. I mean, I always make mistakes. So let's get some speed. Engine, look, the engine's cooled right down now, so we can proper just power up. got a 70-kilometre speed limit up here. Not like I'm going to get this to 70 kilometres anytime soon. I just don't have the time because the engine overheats the higher the throttle you use. But like I said, I mean, you just got to be consistent. How much money do I have? 26,000. So this should get me to about 32,000, and that's without the time bonus. If I do make the time bonus, I'll have a little extra. Maintaining your trains is also important. There's two ways to do it. The first one is next to the job validator. You can go to that machine and pay the fees, and that will cover any repairs needed, and it will also refuel and put sand in your train. Or you can get the manual maintenance license, and you can go to a maintenance point and it'll cost you half the price. Which is actually pretty cool. I mean, I like how they've done it so you can do it automatically and you can do it manually. In order to drive bigger trains, you need different licenses. There's all sorts of different bits and pieces like that. As you saw, there's you've got to have different licenses for longer trains. You got to have licenses for hazmat. And then there's multiple levels of each one. There's even military licenses to haul military equipment, which is also really cool. This is a nice long stretch of track. One thing I find really amusing is in the tutorial it goes on about fuel conservation and that coasting as much as possible, and yet these grades you really have to put the power on because you're not getting up them otherwise. Let's increase that speed. We've got momentum on our side, so we might as well build up some speed while we can, because there's a chance I may have to cool the engine down soon. We've got 120 kilometre speed limit. Oh, we could tear through here on some of the bigger trains. I think the next train I'm going to try is this one of the steam engines. Absolutely, because I really enjoy steam engines. I play Railroads online, and the steam engines on there are awesome. It'd be nice if I could see out of the cabs of the trains when in first person, so I could do it in first person, but unfortunately characters are just too damn tall. Right, let's coast for a bit. We seem to be maintaining speed right now. Oh, I don't like the fact that I can't see track ahead. But hey, I don't mind my goofy laugh. I do apologise, I know it's weird, but hey, that's life. Oh yeah, we're coasting now. There's a 90 km/h speed limit on this section, so but it's going to 70. We're still under 60, so we're all right now. Coming up to an intersection, and we'll go right. I think we go right anyway, and then we've got another one to go right, and then we go up through the steel mill and straight up to the goods factory in town. Right, so the limit is now 60, so I've got to keep an eye on that. I've got a feeling I may need to brake. Oh no, it's gone back up to 80. And then a 60 again, that's fine. We're just coasting along. This is lovely. Because I've used quite a bit of fuel already. So if I don't have to use fuel, awesome. Oh, we're going to be going on a downgrade now, so that'll give us a bit more speed. But we can use our independent to control our speed. Actually, we can go up to 90 kilometers going down here, so 80. Alright, got to keep an eye on that. Just don't want to pick up too much speed so that we can't slow down quickly. Generally, you've got plenty of time to slow down, but sometimes it can be very dodgy. Yeah, already it's dropped to 6. Luckily that's not for like dead air, that it gives you a short while to slow. So luckily we managed to slow down. Now we can, oh no, we need to slow down quite a bit now. Need to be going at 50. That's set there. There you go, so now we can go straight through. Yeah, you gotta watch out for them switches. Because sometimes they can be set so that you'll crash into a train if you're not careful. But yeah, we go straight through the steel mill and we continue on. I think that's the first bit of power I've used in a good 10 minutes. That was a lovely coast down. We want that to go left, because right, I think is like a parking area or a maintenance shed probably. It's a downgrade now, so we'll pick up speed naturally. I don't need to waste fuel. We did lose a little bit of time. I have to say the controls are so good. I'm really loving how responsive the controls are, and it's like it's very easy to slow, knowing you're going to slow. Oh, it's lovely. And then we'll just idle the throttle. I think we're on flat at the moment. 100 kilometers an hour speed limit over through here. Let's just up it and see how fast we can go. That's 70 kilometers per hour. I love this track and the turns, and oh, it's just a great little game to play. Oh, just for the hell of it. Oh my god. That is hilarious. I cannot believe you can actually turn the trees off. Oh my god, best feature ever. I mean, it makes the game look really bad, but oh my god, that is funny. Right, so you got mega low, you got very low, you got low, medium, high. Yeah, the default's high. I'll just leave it on high. It loads weirdly anyway. Oh, we're just coasting. This will probably just coast for a while. We're going to have to slow down. I really hate having to slow down because we lose speed, but where you set, you're set to the left, which is what we want. Absolutely lovely. Oh wait, no, did it again. We wanted to go right. Honestly, I do this all the time. I wasn't paying attention, so it's my own fault. The horns sound really good. Considering it's only a shunting train, it does actually sound really good. Can't believe I ended up going the wrong bleeding way again. But it's not actually taking that long to get here. We're almost here. I mean, it's literally just up this track here. Right, so what we need to do is... So yeah, we go in. It's not the first, it's not the second. So basically straight. We just keep going straight till we come to a yard. See there, look. Now the wheels are slipping. But if I drop that down, that'll get us back going again. But I could also hit the sand, and then that will compensate to a degree. It gets to the point where even if you sand, if you put in way too much power in, even the sand won't help. So you've got to keep that in mind. You've got to keep that power on. We're going uphill. Well, yeah, now it's just a climb up to the goods factory in town. And then we won C41, which is left and then right. So yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. I'll accelerate a bit. So yeah, to finish a job it's relatively simple. Just unload, you stop your cars on the track, it tells you to stop them, uncouple and then go over to the station office and put the job into the machine. And yeah, and then it's done basically. If I remember rightly, that is actually a train. That train track that you see from crossing our path is up there on that bridge. Right, so we need to go straight. Yeah, so you got... And then I think it needs to go straight again. And I think the inbound outbound, the inbound and outbound is around here. Pretty sure it is on the other side over there. We want C41. going 30 kph, so let's just drop that down a bit. 20 should be fine. I don't want to be going too fast so that I don't get the switches done in time. Yep, here we go. Right, so drop that even further. Right, so oh, okay. So apparently that none of these are the right ones. So where the hell's the where I've got to park? Oh, for God's sake! See, this is another thing. If you get it wrong, you get it wrong. It's like not really something you can control. No, they're like parking spots. Must be over here somewhere. See, that's service there. But you got 3S, 2S, and 1L. These are like passenger stops here. We are at the right place, aren't we? Yeah, food factory and town. Oh, awkward. I'm kind of at the completely wrong place. See what I mean about getting lost? Oh, that is embarrassing.